So in recent times, the MCU has been releasing a few series on Disney Plus. Some of them have been quite entertaining, and some of them have been not so entertaining. Some of them have just been horrible. But one of the better MCU series, in my personal opinion, was MoonKnight, and it introduced us to a variety of different characters who will have a great effect on the MCU in the coming future. One of the most notable characters to be introduced to us is, of course, MoonKnight himself, Mr. Knight, or Stephen Grant, Mark Spector. MoonKnight is an avatar of the god of the moon known as Khonshu. Khonshu on his own is a phenomenally and incredibly powerful character, but he's not the topic of today's video. The topic of today's video is MoonKnight himself / Mr. Knight and the power that this character possesses. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below on any thoughts you have about this video. Now, let us begin with the strength of this character. How physically strong is he? Well, for starters, he is definitely above the physical strength levels of any of the super soldiers we have seen in the MCU thus far. And by super soldiers, I mean the more ordinary, humane kind of super soldiers, not talking about like the Hulk and stuff like that. It's like super soldiers like Captain America, Bucky Barnes, the Red Guardian, and so on. He's definitely physically stronger than them. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because first of all, he's the avatar of a god, which generally or naturally would mean that he's incredibly strong or much stronger than other characters. He is an avatar similar to how the Black Panther is an avatar of the goddess Bast, and because of him or her being an avatar of the goddess Bast, the Black Panther possesses more power or more physical strength than super soldiers, and we actually saw this portrayed in Captain America Civil War, when a few times the Black Panther was capable of overpowering both Captain America and Bucky Barnes. This portrays the physical strength that this character does possess. So you could more or less put MoonKnight at that same level of physical strength, given that they are both avatars. But personally, I would give MoonKnight greater physical strength because he is closer to his god. Though the Wakandans do pray and praise their gods, they are not as close to their god as Mark Spector is to his god, who is of course Khonshu. Now, given the close connection between Mark Spector, MoonKnight, and his god, I'm sure that his god would grant him even more power, or he would naturally have more power than what he's supposed to have, or more power than the Black Panther himself. So in terms of physical strength, in my personal opinion, I would put Mark Spector, MoonKnight, above the physical strength levels of Black Panther. Now, Black Panther is someone who's physically stronger than someone like Captain America. Captain America is someone who is capable of going toe-to-toe with a variety of different characters. He was able to momentarily hold back Thanos. He held his own against Ultron for an extended period of time. And then there's even that cool helicopter scene and everything, all feats of strength which allow Captain America to be incredibly physically strong, and Black Panther is above that, and MoonKnight, in my opinion, is even above that. So now, in terms of speed, I believe more or less the same thing applies, with MoonKnight being above the likes of both Black Panther and Captain America, both in general and the fact that he's also closer to his god, so he'd just generally be just faster than these other characters. These other characters are incredibly fast, both in movement and long distance speed, as we saw Captain America move from the back of the Wakandan army to the front in record time, which is quite interesting to me because I never really understood how he got so far back, in my opinion. But whatever, he is very, very fast, and he's capable of reacting to a variety of different characters like the Black Order, Thanos himself, the Mad Titan, Iron Man, Thor, the gods, and whatever. So he's incredibly fast. Black Panther is at his level of speed or a bit faster, and of course MoonKnight would be faster than both of these characters, which does prove MoonKnight's incredible speed. And then of course there's durability. So durability is something he actually has that is more or less greater, or could be seen as greater than these other characters. See, MoonKnight has his healing armor. That's why stated by Khonshu himself, his healing armor. This armor that MoonKnight possesses allows him to take a lot of damage and barely be affected by it. In one of the episodes, we saw him stabbed by a whole bunch of spears, and he literally pulled them out. Similar to something like Hela, he literally pulls them out and just carries on fighting, and he even gets shot a couple of times, doesn't really affect him. His healing and regenerative capabilities, because of his healing armor, allows him a huge advantage in a battle. His general durability also is quite powerful, with him taking a bunch of blows and attacks from Harrow using armored power. So yeah, his durability is on its own incredible, with it being at the same level of Captain America and slightly above. Then his regenerative healing capabilities are at another level entirely, with it being far above the likes of Captain America, with him being able to take a variety of different blows and instantly or almost instantly heal from those different blows. Now, in terms of hand-to-hand combat, you could say Moon Knight's martial arts is good, not where it should be, or not really that good in comparison to many other characters in the actual MCU, but nonetheless, it is still good. And then, of course, there is power. And in terms of power, I guess you could say he has those daggers. Those are his more or less powers. Those daggers are actually quite dangerous, with them being able to pierce the skin of a variety of different characters in a variety of different ways, very, very easily. They make him quite dangerous, and it seems as if he has an infinite amount of them, which also is a massive advantage. He can use them in close range combat and attack characters from a distance. I'm not really sure if these things could actually pierce through vibranium, but if they can, that would be incredible and would put Moon Knight at an absolute different level of power. But for now, you can just stay with the fact that Moon Knight is physically stronger than Black Panther. He is faster than Black Panther and Captain America. He's more durable than Captain America, has better regenerative capabilities than both Captain America and Black Panther. He has martial arts. He's able to hold his own against these characters, and then his powers can possibly kill the both of them. Yes, Moon Knight is a phenomenally and incredibly powerful character who should not be underestimated. He is a god tier character in my opinion, and we will see a lot more of him in the coming years, especially Jake Lachlan, who will definitely change the story entirely, given that we need to know more of his actual power. Anyway, that's all I have for y'all for today, and if y'all have a few comments and thoughts about this, whether good or bad, you'll know what y'all can do. I'd love to see some of them, but for now, this is MC Info, and I'm out.